Everyone's built different, everyone looks different, acts different, talks different. It doesn't matter. Just be yourself, but be naked.
A Crownable production.
Hey guys, welcome to Crownable Management. Today we're in the new studio. We spent all night last night trying to get this set up, and it's finally ready. We got the lights, we got the mics, we got the computer, everything's ready to go. Today we're going to be talking about the top 7 things we wish we knew before starting Onlyfans.
So the first thing we wish we knew before we started is that you have to find a niche that you're comfortable with working from beginning to end. And you don't want to change this up too much because you want to keep the loyalty going with your fans.
Now, there are many different niches that you can try, some of which have to do with your appearance, and no one's perfect. So no matter who you are, if you're fat, skinny, you have big feet, it doesn't matter. You can find niches around this.
It doesn't even have to be looks based, it can be based on what content you make. Like you can make faceless content, mask content, feet stuff. You could pretend to be a fictional character. It does not matter.
The harder it is to find the niche that you're working with, and
the higher quality you're doing, the more loyal your fans will be, because it'll be a lot harder to find that good of quality with the rare niche that you chose.
There are many different places you can explore. There's Reddit, there's Instagram. You can find models who already work in the niche that you plan on pursuing
and see how well they're doing, or if you even want to find a niche that maybe you didn't think of working in. But the most important thing is you need to build the loyalty in the beginning, because if you're constantly changing which niche you're working with, your fans might drop off. They might unsubscribe to you.
There's a lot of people that just like to subscribe for 1 month. They'll do that thing, where they subscribe and then they'll unsubscribe after the first day.
Yep. No, that's the biggest hurdle is, try to figure out how do we retain the subscribers past the first month. It's very easy to get new subscribers. You just got to drop an ad on a meme page or something like that, right?
Yeah.
You're going to get like 10, 15, 20, hell, even 50 or 100 people.
But keeping them is where the physical labor comes in.
Yes. And that's where like an experienced management company can really help you out. Always ask, what software are you guys going to be using to optimize my page? Whether they're going to be using AI, certain programs to figure out who is your followers base, what posts are they reacting to better,
which ones are they clicking off of?
Yes, what post ideas are good, what post ideas are bad, and how long they're staying there, and come up with solutions to figure out how do you retain your subscribers, how do you make them super loyal in this very competitive market. Thing number 2 is going to be insecurities. Your biggest insecurity can actually be your fans' favorite thing about you. Top example is big feet, right? A lot of people are insecure about their feet size, actually even small feet, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what your insecurity is, as long as you're a human being, you're naked enough, it's gonna be all good.
Yeah.
Don't worry about none. Everyone's built different, everyone looks different, acts different, talks different. It doesn't matter. Just be yourself, but be naked.
The point is that this line of work is empowering. We live in 2023. There's absolutely no judgment that you're going to be facing. You might get a little bit, but that doesn't matter, because as long as you're making money, it does not matter. This line of work is empowering, and it will actually help with your confidence, because you'll be able to overcome these insecurities that you have.
And you're going to find out who you are.
Yeah, and finding out who you are, that's one of the big reasons why people start in the first place.
Yep.
Now, when picking a different personality, you do have to consider who you're marketing to, because some people like different things. Some people like it when you're really nice to them. Some people like it when you put them down, call them names.
What am I okay with, and can I do this long term? And then just that's the way to go.
Because you should feel happy doing this. You need to set boundaries when creating your persona. Who are you going to be? Who do you want your audience to be?
Now, loyalty is very important for making consistent money, because obviously if you have people clicking off your page after subscribing for 1 month, it's going to be very easy getting them in, but you want them to subscribe for months, sometimes even years at a time, because that's where the big tips come in. They're more likely to give you big tips if they've been subscribed for a long time and they feel that connection.
Because people are not watching corn. Cornhub is free. They want to build a connection with you, like a real person. Now, keep in mind, you can change your personality a bit later on, but it's best to just roll with the same one throughout the whole thing. You can change a little bit, but the more you change it, the more you risk people unsubscribing.
Yeah, and the problem with OnlyFans isn't getting subscribers initially, right?
Yeah.
The issue we faced when starting our management company was finding models that actually had subscribers. But as we grew models from 0 to, the top 1%, we thought about how do we ensure, that these subscribers stay for the next month, the next 2 months, the year, the 2 years. Yes, So whenever you're looking into it, and this is where a management agency would really come in handy, find a management agency that specializes in only doing OnlyFans work, right? And ask them, what kind of tools do you guys use to figure out, what kind of issues might be going on my page? How do I squeeze more tips out of these people? How do I get these people to stay subscribed? Content, ideas, mentorship, guidance. Ask these questions, because think about it. To optimally get the most money out of your fans, you're going to have to be online for 24 hours a day, right?
That's impossible.
When are people the most horny? During the day or at night?
Sometimes all at once.
Bro, but it's at night, bro. It's the worst at night, bro. Like, some nights I just cannot sleep, bro, till I go out and clap some cheeks. Like, it's so bad, bro. It is so bad.
But that's where we come in, and we can handle the whole business. We can have a nighttime team, and it'll be all good. Because you don't have to sit there all day, all night doing it. You can go to work. You can still go to school.
Because you're trying to go out to the club at night. You're trying to go out and party. You're not trying to sit here. Yes, exactly. So you can either choose, I'm going to do this by myself without, guidance and help and experience, or I can work with a company that's reputable, that's done this before, that's gotten people from 0 to the top 1%, and figure out the best strategy for me to save my time and save my stress.
Absolutely.
Now we're going to move on to number 4. Don't stress out what people think. This is 2023, right? If you're stressing out about what other people think about the line of work that you do, you're in the wrong business.
Exactly.
You're in the wrong business. This is a very empowering line of work, especially for a young woman.
Now, you could wear a mask if you want.
It's not recommended. You aren't going to make as much money, but if you wanted to just start out and experiment with things, you could wear a mask. But over time, you really want to build up that confidence to where you don't need that, because people want you.
Yes, people want you to be genuine. Your biggest insecurity is probably going to be your fans' favorite thing about you.
Absolutely.
You just have to be a human. You have to be yourself. The more you are yourself, but the more consistent you are with it, you're on a consistent reply schedule, you're on a consistent post schedule, you're on a consistent niche. Consistency is key to success, right? Everyone looks different. Everyone talks a little bit different. Everyone does things differently, but that doesn't matter. People are into everything.
Yeah. And, if you're one of those people that thinks that this line of work is shameful, then
you're honestly just a backwards thinker, because I can't think of a single social networking platform that has elevated women as much as OnlyFans has. You're able to do a bunch of things at once. You can overcome your biggest insecurities. You become a more confident person. You're able to find out who you are, and you become more independent with your finances. You don't need a man.
You have your own money that you work really hard for, and that's something to be very proud of.
Yeah, that's the empowerment. You own your own business. You're a business owner. Nobody can take that away from you. And that's a ton of money coming in if you do it right.
Absolutely.
Now, thing number 5 is you need to start research from the beginning. Research is very important in this industry. It's not just fun and games. You don't just get to post pictures of yourself, videos, and just expect to start making money. There's a lot of advertising that goes into it. There's a lot of manual labor. Now, of course, you can get by without doing any research, but it's going to be a lot harder.
This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a legitimate business that you're building. If you already have OnlyFans and you're making, $500, $1,000, $2,000 a month, great. Find a management company and you guys can increase that by a lot. But if you're starting from scratch, you cannot skip this step. This is super, super, super essential.
Yeah, and when we first started this, we didn't have content like this. We didn't have simple 10-minute videos to break it down for us. And that's part of the reason why we started this, because back then, remember, we had to sit through boring webinars.
Bro, all the courses, how much money we wasted, bro.
And books, man.
All those stupid courses. Yeah, it was just such a waste of time. It's such a waste of time. But look, that's the whole reason why we made this channel, is to help out new models, existing models, and even managers. Anyone that's interested, just come in and get free game. Because at the end of the day, we're all on the same side. We're all rooting for OnlyFans.
But you need to start research now, because time is money.
Yes.
It's becoming a more competitive industry every single day. More OnlyFans girls are getting into it, more competition. So you need to start research right now as soon as possible.
Right. And another thing, I used to run a lot of drop shipping businesses and other things, before getting into OnlyFans.
Yeah.
What I noticed is as time goes on, money becomes worth less. Inflation. Money becomes worthless, right? But people don't want to pay more for the same thing. If an OnlyFans subscription, people are usually paying $5 to $10 a month for a subscription. It doesn't matter whether it's today, 5 or 10 years in the future. People are still gonna not want to pay more than $10 for the subscription. So you either get rich now or you stay broke forever, right? Because $10 today is worth a lot more than it's gonna be 5 years in the future. Hell, we don't even know if we're gonna have dollars in the future. So moving on to number 6, it would be definitely to reach out to people already in the industry. Agencies are a great place to start. You can reach out to us, hit up our website, crownable.co. But another great resource is models. And we made a Discord channel right here for you guys to connect with models and managers. It's completely free. There's a ton of people in it. Join up, and then, free connection. Reddit's also a great place, as Magnus mentioned earlier. But you're going to save yourself a lot of mistakes, trial and error, if you just simply reach out, connect with people, and do some basic research.
Yeah, and the final thing I want to discuss with you guys is more of a reiteration of thing number 5, and that's the business side of things makes OnlyFans hard. It's not just an easy business to get into. You have to work really hard at it.
It's no get-rich-quick scheme.
And you have to do it for a long time. Sometimes you can do it and you won't even be making that much money in the beginning. You have to keep persisting. Consistency is the most important thing.
Don't like 50% of models quit before they make their first $100?
Yeah.
Yeah,
something
I think
like
it's
that.
over 50%.
Over 50%.
We're going to have to check on that statistic, but it's a crazy number, because people have no idea what the hell they're doing. Keeping subscribers is harder than getting them.
Yeah, because nowadays people have a lot lower attention spans. They'll click off of things really fast. As soon as they're done with the one video, they're going to click off the website, and they may even unsubscribe to you. So you want to be maximizing your paychecks also by getting tips, not just from subscriptions.
A lot of models make 2 to 3 times more off of just tips than they do subscriptions. That's where we mentioned earlier, the consistency thing is key. It's key, because if you're providing your customers a consistent product and you're always online to respond to their DMs and requests for custom videos and whatnot, that's just more money in your pocket.
Yeah, and we understand it can be really hard to be responding to messages 24/7, but that's why if you really want to get anywhere with OnlyFans, you probably have to look into hiring a management company to run that for you. Answering messages is very time consuming. You have to sit there hours on end pretending that you love the guy, whereas we could just do that for you.
Right. Like I mentioned earlier, when are people most horny? At night.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's bad, bro. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. That was number 7 right there. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment. You can reach us on crownable.co. You can schedule a free consultation where we'll ask you, if you're already in the business or just wanting to get started, or even just wanting to know more information about the business. Feel free to schedule a consultation call. We'll call you, we'll talk to you personally, we'll see what's going on, what do you struggle with, what you might be interested in, and figure out what's the right fit for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the day, this is supposed to be for fun, so try not to think about it too much.
Yeah, take it with a grain of salt. There's a million of hustles out there. You can do any one of them. But for young women, this is by far the most empowering and profitable business that you can set up in today's struggling economy.
Spark Media. A Crownable production.